So this here's Clint Cowpoke. At the convention, having arrived at the place to film the film. So enough. And I arrived. And as I going in, I'm wearing a silly hat. And I'm walking along the road, going to get some lunch at the back of the yard before the big shindig at the convention. So I done gonna go over to the Cajun food grilling place. Now it's pretty peculiar there. The Cajun at the Martinique table. They had all the tables set up like they had different kinds of South Pacific or the Pacific Islands and stuff on them and stuff. And there was all these tables. And I was sitting at a table what had 4 chairs. But it was kind of busy, so I kind of let it over to just one chair because this one people were looking at me funny. I was very good food. Yeah, it was yummy. So I liked it. So I finished it off, and now I'm talking about how there was a faker TV guy by the name of Larry the Cable Guy. He used to come on the television. And he would be all like how he was Southern. But he went down to the South, to Mama's, which is, I think, in Georgia somewhere. And he had gator. And he had crawdad biscuit gator. And he had himself some jambalaya and whatnot. He couldn't take any of it. Yeah. So I'm commenting on that I was able to take this food down. Now it's peculiar that normally I can't really do like onions and peppers and pickles and stuff like that and things like that. But this was not onions necessarily. This was pepper, and apparently I can tolerate some pepper. Apparently certain peppers I can tolerate them, like what's in kimchi in Hawaiian food. Kimchi's Korean food. And this here's Cajun food, which is kind of like, well, Caribbean food. It's kind of like Caribbean fusion, but it was very authentic, very good. The wait staff was surprised that I liked it, but yeah, so I'm saying that Larry the Cable, I couldn't take it, and he had to have the Prilosec. I didn't need the Prilosec. I was okay with it. So. And now I'm at the San Jose Museum of Art, which is where Cal Cat, when he was a child star, done the acting bit for a commercial selling light bulbs. Well, it wasn't a real commercial. It was an experiment for the class we was taking. Me and Tim, college age, late high school age, yeah, and then college age, yeah. So we was child stars. It's interesting that in Star Crackers, the 2 actors that were actually there were me and him, and he just didn't want to be on camera. But he did okay directing, I guess. Yeah, I think he passed the class more than I did. But yeah, then I went over to the tech. I'm taking a picture of a robot in front of the tech. There's a robot there. Yeah, I'm commenting on the slideshow what's going on, so you gets it, because it's a little confusion. So this is for the slideshow. This is 18 minutes, and here at the convention it's all rainy and wet and dreary, and everything's all set up, and yeah, wristband thing and all that. So couldn't get in early. Tried to, didn't work. The clout I had last year, I ain't got it no more. So, taking a drink of some water, which you can't see because you're not watching it live. Now, I'm going up to the convention. Silicon Valley Comic Con. It's funny that, like, the sign there says tap in and tap out. Now, when you tap out in mixed martial arts, that's you're giving up. So, kind of don't work. Kind of funny. And now, Clint Cowpoke Cowpoke is mentioning something else he done over there. Oh yeah, I'm going to the tech at this point, I think. Finally saying that I'm going to the tech. I always said I was going to, and then I decided to actually do it. So I was like, and I lollyganged around in there for like 5 minutes before I decided to actually watch something. So the tech museum thing. This is me walking downtown to the old stomping grounds behind San Jose State, where I done went to the metro. That's right. There's in front of the metro. And then the delivery guy was delivering some paper out of there. He's going to take him out. I used to work here. It's okay. I can do nothing. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of dead movie theaters around here with funny names and things. And there was a salon. I'm wondering if that salon, beauty salon, which looks pretty skanky, I didn't say the name, was like was a special kind. It was open later in the evening, later on at night. You go in there and say, I want a happy ending. You know what I mean? After I get my massage from your masseuses. Yeah. Yeah, because one time there was a feller what said he was a masseuse I knew about. That he was the homeliest masseuse ever. Well, I figure the only way he's going to get any is if he's good at something. You know? That's right. I'm not really from the South, of course. I'm just acting. But I apparently can handle Caribbean food. Yep. Now, I walked along here to this other theater to see what that was, and there's nothing there. Then I walk over to this expensive theater. Looks to me like an old BFI work dumpster. Like in the day from the garbage company. The Barbara Center. It's a really, really ugly building. I took a picture of the floor and all other things. And I went over to the hotel room where they was having themselves some kind of other convention going on. But it had nothing to do with the convention. And there's a bay window I was looking through. And then I went to the other one and I was looking through the other thing through the causeway there where the room is. Yeah. So yeah, we didn't get a room there. We were just pretending. Yes, 569 in the Bijan bakery. Bijan. Yeah, the bakery. Often mispronounced, but it's Bijan. It means someone's name. It's French. And I bought them cookies. The duck cookie was gross. The egg cookie was stale. And the bunny was alright. So I ate most of the bunny. And much of the other two had the coffee there. And then I decided to go over to the tech. And I did. Yee-hoo, I finally did it. I went over there to see the tech museum. There's all these some occasional mothers, fathers, and children in there. It's probably going to be really busy in there tomorrow, I imagine. But probably most of them were from the convention, and they're like, we're going to go in here because we have like hours until it actually starts. And when I like that, I got sort of like, I didn't shave. So I got sort of this grizzly sort of like 90s era grizzled cowboy, like Dr. House face going on there. Fuzzy face. Werewolf Fuzzy face. He's coming tomorrow. See, Werewolf Fuzzy face. New character. Well, semi-new to you out there, I am. But this here's Clint Cowpoke. Ooh, hilarious did bacon several times. Clint Cowpoke is a spoof of Clint Eastwood, crossed with a little bit of John Wayne. Mainly Clint Eastwood. Oh, punk, you get lucky. Yeah, he's more of a John Wayne, I guess. Just got the name Clint. Yeah, so here we are in the big dealers. Well, here we are in the big dealer's room. All the fancy. What the hell is... Lot of guys standing around there. Peculiar little the big dude there. It needs a peculiar thing. You know. And I didn't even need to poop none after that there, the Cajun food. Although, at one point I did fart pretty powerful in there. Not just yet. I did. And I farted. The crowd. Yeah, I did. That was me what set off the fart. Yeah, anyway, so walking along, we come to Dixon Deeds, the comic book, among other things. That's a hilarious name there. That's real special. I don't know what that's about. I think it's like a spoof of like Dick Grayson because Robin's there. But even if it don't match up later, that's like... There's a lot of spoof comics where people figured they could do something out of that, some other show, and it's not really right. They ain't thinking right about it. They just done it. And, you know, you gotta let them do it. Here we are at the Stanley booth. Yeah, I could just get a picture of that guy. But yeah, there's in terms of the pictures, what I discussed about the monster and all that stuff isn't nearly as long as the picture version of it here, so I'll just keep going with whatever's going on here on the screen, because I discussed it on the other one as Cal-Cat, so I see no reason to go on about that. Now here we have various other interesting tables and things. Not as many costumed characters. And it is true that nerds that go to these conventions do reproduce. Apparently at this one even more. And they have offspring. Or at least they took their like little brothers or sisters to see it. So they reproduce with other nerds. Which is just fine, because we're all nerds here. We're like, alright, what category are you in? I'm a computer nerd, totally. Yeah, it's like, oh, my computer didn't work right. Oh. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we're totally like in this genre. We can totally do this. And I suppose the rules regarding it. I discussed on another thing the rules regarding what the bloggers can put on here. Get 50,000 views in a viral video. Yeah, just to narrow it down, because you know there's so many bloggers out there that they would all want to be on the Comic-Con. That would take years. Now, what you do, yeah, I didn't mention it on the other thing, but what you do is instead of running a panel, which is ridiculous, you just get to know some of the people that already did. You just get a booth at one of these things, and then you just hang out with them until you get on a panel. Now, this actually happened to the Cal-Cat, Clint Cowpoke, before Baycon. Now, I think it was 2011. That was the one, and that was one of the first Clint Cowpoke ones at Baycon, and I was on a panel. Yeah, there was, or at least Cal-Cat. Well, my character, obviously, a Cal-Cat. But yeah, I was on a panel. And there was because we do the stories, and Brian was going to do a panel, so I was on a panel. I was like, well, I don't know what I'm doing here, but okay. So that's how you do it. Just got to know somebody. They didn't want to go after that, but it wasn't because of that. They just didn't want to do Baycon anymore. But I kept doing it until they moved away. I kept going back. There's only 1 year I didn't go back. I think it was 2012. I went back all the other years, all the way up until they moved in 2015. After 2015, they moved. 2016, they were gone. I kept going to Fanime, though, and I will be at Fanime this year, too. Yeah, we have some costume characters. We have a Spider-Man. Yeah. So yeah, I was on a panel. It was I'm gonna tell you what the panel was. It was Ghost Hunters and Ghostbusters. Appropriately, Brian and Kathy was dressed up like Ghostbusters, so it was actually pretty awesome. actually. Got to be in this panel. It was in the. They did it as sort of as a thing. They did it. It wasn't in one of the main rooms. A bunch of people from the con ended up in the what came to be called the Gopher Hole room. I think it actually was. A bunch of the kids and young adults and stuff went in there. Young adults, yeah, and and they were disappointed that their panel had closed. So a bunch of them went down the hallway, and we were there, and it was in the evening, and their panel had closed, and there was nobody there, and we were walking down the hallway from where the panel had been, and Brian he goes, "Why can't we just have a panel of our own over here? It's just not on the venue. Let's just do the Ghost Hunter panel. Let's do it right now." It's like, and one of the people that was there, big contact people there, moderator, walked in and said, "Okay, do it right here. Do it in the Gopher room." Okay. We'll just watch. We'll be on the moderator. So he was in there with us, and we did a panel. I know nothing about ghost hunting. It's in a panel. So sometimes it happens. Sometimes if you know somebody knows somebody. And this happens with anime and the other ones too sometimes, because sometimes they'll pull in a guy that they know. And I don't. So don't ask. I don't know anybody current at anime. But I know some of the 501 people here in this one shop, but of them, but not them personally. Yeah, so, but the panel thing, oh, here we are at the line. Yeah, so, yeah, you can get in it if you know somebody. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, here's this long line, and there's got to be 800 people in it. This is the snaky part of the line, goes around. There's like 400 of them right there, but then it snakes around behind. There's 800. An hour before Stan Lee was going to leave. So this is the line for Stan Lee. And there was no way I figured if I got in that line, waited an hour, he would just walk out, and I would still be in that line. So I wasn't going to be disappointed by that. So I left. It's like, because right up to that green room there, that group would go in. That rest of them back there, that 400, 500 behind them, no, they're not going to get it. Because they're standing behind that curtain, black curtain. I seen him, I waved to him. I wouldn't mind just like seeing him talking or something, or a discussion group or something. That'd be fine. Maybe later on he'll walk by or something. That's what happened last year with the Wozniak. Anyway, that's it.